welcome to the Tavern Chat podcast. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog. So, it's Sunday morning. I think you can vaguely hear some wind chimes in the background. Again, I'm on the back porch of my parents' home in the Poconos. And we were looking at a weather report that was calling for, 48, 72 straight hours of rain. Right now the rain has stopped. The trees are still full of water. They're still dripping. For the most part, the air is kind of calm. I think we'll escape the rain before when we head back to New York, which will be in a couple of hours, before noon probably. But I figured I'd stop in, say hello, talk a little bit about the Faraway Land RPG, and discuss a little bit on how to use the Discord server. Yes, the Tavern has a Discord server. I think I've mentioned that. That's a joke. I know I have. Alright. In any case, the Faraway Land RPG is the baby of Dirk Stanley. Now, it recently had a Kickstarter to update the rules and add additional books, and needless to say, I backed it up. Listen, if there is a Swords and Wizardry or OSR, in this case I'm saying OSR system as something that is derivative of the OGL, which means it's aping one of the earlier editions of D&D. Yeah, we'll say that way. Faraway Land is probably the only D&D system I've run in the last couple of years, and I've run it. You can get the quick start for free on RPG Now. I'll put a link in the notes. All the adventures. I'm holding a hardcover of the adventures, but I shouldn't say all the adventures. The vast majority of the adventures are pay what you want. Now, although it's its own system, it's a D6-based system, its influence is most certainly old school gaming. I think that any of the adventures here could easily be used with the old school rules of your choice, and I'm anywhere from RuneQuest to basic D&D, any of those. Because this Faraway Land rules are as simple as they are, you don't even really need to know the rules to do the conversion. That's just my small take on it. But I've run adventures from here, and you can run it with the quick start rules. They cover all the bases that you need, and they run very well. Now, you have to adjust yourself a little bit to the isometric perception. I believe that's what I'm talking about. Kind of like the maps that are 2.5D, that fake 3D, kind of similar to a lot of the DCC maps. But Dirk Stanley does the writing and he does the art. His art is amazing. It's cartoonish. It is reminiscent of course, the cartoon at was it Adventureland? Yeah, it's a cartoon. It's on one of the cable networks, and I'm sure I'd remember if I hadn't just woken up. But it's reminiscent of that, not a copy of that, and it's good. The adventures are good. They're short. If you're going to run an adventure at a convention and you had a small time slot, convert in one of the ones in this book or available on the site, RPG Now, pay what you want. Home run. Literally. Dirk is giving you a freebie. Oh, literally. And it would be the unwise person to pass up such a gift. So, download the Quick Start rules. Download pay what you want. Download an assortment of the adventures. I think you should grab them all, to tell you the truth. They're all fairly short. They read nice and easy. You don't need to know the faraway land rules to make them work. You can have the conversion to an RSR rule set easy as pie. But I brought these adventures up with me for the weekend, so I could leaf through the book. And again, I'm never ceased to amaze me what amazing art Dirk can do. It really is awesome to see. Now, after saying that, one of the people that just joined the Ten Cards Tavern Discord server was like, I don't know what Discord is, but I'm looking for a place where I can play RPGs online. And you know what? The Discord server is certainly a place for that. Now, we have a recruitment channel for people who are looking to run games to find players. We probably should add a channel, I guess, for those looking to play. The Discord server doesn't have a VTT, a virtual tabletop feature, but it does have a dice rolling feature, and obviously it has text channels and voice channels. Now, if you log into the Ten Cards Tavern Discord and you scroll to the bottom left, you will see channels for basically open adventuring. We got some voice channels there and text channels that can be used to facilitate online gaming. Now, if you wanted to use that in addition to something like Roll20 or Fantasy Grounds, Discord then becomes something very similar to Skype or G Plus Hangouts. It replaces those. I think it has better sound quality, and it certainly has a better connection quality than Roll20 does. Roll20 has its own voice and video feature. God, we've never had it accurately work. My gaming group has had players from across North America, both coasts, including Canada. And for some reason, we would get voice for 4 out of 5, but the fifth person's voice would not sync, it would be delayed. Video would not work for 3 out of 5, we wasted so much time trying to make voice and video work in Roll20 that we just pretended it didn't have that feature. And most of the time we would use Google Hangouts at the time, but with the advent of Discord and the flexibility of Discord, I think Discord is where most of the voice features that one would need to run a remote game of the system of their choice. I think that really Discord can fill those roles. Like I said, you don't need to use a virtual tabletop. If your group is willing to run Theater of the Mind, you can just use Discord for the voice, and you can upload player handouts and visuals to a text channel for your players to look at and download. So you do have that option. Probably could put up a whole article on the blog about that and how to use it, but we'll get there. I'm juggling multiple balls. As a quick aside, since we're talking about the Discord, we added, 13 people to the Discord server yesterday. Last week, officially, I think, was 55 ads. That's pretty damn good. What's the word? Amazeballs? I'm amazeballs. No, I'm literally stunned. Pex is stunned. We're both excellent numbers. And there's been a few that joined up overnight, and that's the reason why I figured I should address how to use Discord for playing games, like RPGs, using the voice and a text and one of the bots. So, alright folks, I will be heading back to good old Nueva, New York in a few hours. So the next podcast episode will be back from my normal desk. I won't be using my cell phone to do this. Go figure. Alright. God bless. Be safe. Roll your dice well. I will talk with you on the flip side tomorrow. Be good.